I just wanted to jump on and share with you guys an email that I received from one of our coaching clients. Hi, coach. Just wanted to update you. We had our second offer accepted in 30 days. This deal is an 8-unit, $250,000 profit. I am so excited. We are officially halfway to our yearly goal in 1 month. Our first deal closed last week. It was a 17-unit that we purchased for $2.8 million and had a 45-day closing. The second deal was a 9-unit that we purchased for $1.6 million and closed in about 35 days. I want to say congratulations to this client. You can see we've known each other for a while now because I have his journey documented here. And it's been really awesome to watch him grow as an investor over the last few years. Really become more savvy and more sophisticated with his investing. But what's even more exciting than that is he didn't do this alone. He actually brought on a business partner into his group who was kind of a passive investor. Essentially, what he did was found somebody that had some extra money that wanted to invest in real estate but didn't necessarily know how or didn't necessarily want to be involved in the day-to-day operations of a rental property. And so he brought them on as a silent partner. They were able to put $100,000 a month into investing in these properties, and so that has really helped accelerate their growth as an investor. And they're really just getting started, so I think the best is yet to come for them. But what I thought was most interesting about this email, aside from the fact that he's crushing it right now, is at the end of the email he said, "I still have a ton to learn, and there's still so many things that I'm working on." And I think that's the mindset that all successful investors have. They always feel like there's something more to learn, there's another level to get to, there's another mountain to climb. And as long as you have that mindset, you will continue to grow as an investor. So if you haven't already, I would love for you to go over to our website, check out our coaching program. If you're a real estate investor or you want to become one, we'd love to have you in the family. But what I wanted to talk about today is the difference between being an investor and being a real estate investor. Because oftentimes those two words get thrown around interchangeably, but there is a difference. When you're an investor, you're basically somebody who puts their money into different assets with the hopes that those assets will generate more money, increase in value over time, or both. Now, when you're a real estate investor, you're specifically putting your money into real estate with the hopes that that real estate will generate more money, increase in value over time, or both. So real estate is just one vehicle in which you can invest your money. There are plenty of other vehicles like stocks, bonds, cryptocurrencies, fine art, and then there's also plenty of ways you can lend money and make money, like starting a lending business or doing peer-to-peer lending. So all of those things are ways to make money through investing. But a real estate investor specifically only does it through real estate. What I wanted to share with you guys is a framework that I use when I'm evaluating whether or not I should invest my money into a particular investment. And so I call this the 3 C's. First C is the cash flow. How much cash flow is this investment going to generate? Is it going to generate enough cash flow to cover its own expenses like maintenance, repairs, property taxes, insurance? And then also, will it generate enough cash flow to cover my personal expenses like my mortgage, my credit card bills, my car payments, my student loans, etc.? If an investment does not cover my expenses, then I'm not interested in it. The second C is the capital gains. Will this investment appreciate in value over time? Will it increase in value? And generally speaking, real estate does appreciate in value over time, especially if you're buying it in a desirable area. But it's not always guaranteed. There are markets where real estate actually depreciates in value, especially if you're buying it in a declining market. Or if you're buying commercial real estate and the type of real estate that you're buying is becoming obsolete. For example, a retail strip mall in the middle of the desert. that's probably not going to appreciate in value because people aren't going to want to move to the middle of the desert and open up a retail store there. Then the third C is the cash-on-cash return. And that is simply taking the cash flow and dividing it by the amount of cash that you put into the deal. And this is important because sometimes you come across deals that may seem good on paper because they have a lot of cash flow. But if you're putting in a ton of money to acquire that asset, then the return on your investment isn't actually that great. So I like to see a cash-on-cash return of at least 8%. Anything less than that, I'm not really interested in it. So if you're ever evaluating any investment, whether it's a real estate investment or not, you want to look at the cash flow, the capital gains, and the cash-on-cash return. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe. We release new videos every single week. Also, if you want to check out our free real estate investing course, you can do that at our website. On the home page, there's a big button that says Start Learning. Click on that and you can start learning for free. We have about 30 lessons, 6 modules. It'll teach you everything you need to know about real estate investing in order to get started. Hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video.